Good day, everyone. Welcome to our subject, English as a Second Language, Matein 5/3 and Matein 5/4. Your teacher here, Miss Michelle Joy. Let's proceed to our online learning discussion now. Class, for the objectives of our lesson for this week. Number one, students must be able to know what a job or occupation is. And number two, students must be able to know the different types of a job or occupation. So at the end of this discussion, I expect that most of you already understood what job or occupation is and the different types of a job or occupation. Class, for this week, we have two topics. Letter A, job or occupation, and letter B, types of job. We have words to learn or vocabulary words that can help us better understand our topic for this week. Please repeat after me so you can still practice your reading skills and speaking skills even if you're just at home. Are you ready now? Let's start reading. Number one, occupation. Number two, responsibility. Number three, salary. Number four, money. And number five, benefit. Now let's study these five words one by one. Occupation. It means job, work, business, vocation, calling, trade, employment, profession, occupancy, and line. Like Miss MJ, my job or my work is a teacher. The second word is responsibility, meaning it is the obligation to perform the tasks, functions, or assignments. Responsibility is an obligation to perform certain functions and achieve certain results. Like, for example, in our word number one is job or occupation. It means work that you have to do. So, as a teacher, my job or my responsibility is to teach students and to give you activities to test if you have understood our topic or not. The third word is salary. It means remuneration, pay, wage, stipend, earnings, fee, wages, emolument, compensation, payment. So class, when you do a certain work, like Miss MJ, I am working as a teacher at Sarsas Pitaya. So every end of the month, they give me salary because I use my skills as a teacher to teach students like you. Next, number four, money. Money means currency, cash, funds, coin, dough. Liquidity, bankroll, hard cash. So money is the thing that we use to spend on the things that we need and the things that we want. Like, for example, when we buy food, we have to give our money in exchange to the food we get. And the last word is benefit. Means advantage, profit, gain, aid, good, help, avail, interest, use, and serve. So, what is the benefit of a teacher? So, as a teacher, Sarasas Pitay School is giving me an insurance card in which I can use if I get sick. So that is one of the benefit I get. So another is we have free food, breakfast like coffee, and for lunch we have free lunch at school as well. So these are benefits not included in our salary but things that we get from working. So these are the five words that can help us better understand our topic for today. Let's read them again one by one. Occupation, responsibility, salary, money, benefit.
Jobs.
A vocabulary presentation from Lanternfish ESL.
People work. People work to earn money. The type of work that people do is called a job. There are many different jobs that people do. A chef. A chef is a person who cooks food in a restaurant. A doctor. A doctor is somebody who treats sick or injured people. An architect. An architect is someone who designs buildings. An athlete. An athlete is a person who plays sports. A nurse. A nurse is someone who helps doctors. A mechanic. A mechanic is somebody who fixes cars. A scientist. A scientist is a person who does research. A teacher. A teacher is someone who teaches people. A vet. A vet is somebody who treats sick or injured animals. A reporter. A reporter is a person who tells people the news. A janitor. A janitor is somebody who cleans buildings. A farmer. A farmer is someone who grows crops. A programmer. A programmer is a person who makes computer programs. A mail carrier. A mail carrier is someone who delivers mail. A construction worker. A construction worker is somebody who builds things. A cashier. A cashier is a person who works in a store. A flight attendant. A flight attendant is someone who helps passengers on an airplane. A firefighter. A firefighter is somebody who puts out fires. A dentist. A dentist is a person who takes care of teeth. A musician. A musician is someone who plays a musical instrument. A pilot. A pilot is somebody who flies airplanes. An actor. An actor is a person who acts in movies. An artist. An artist is someone who paints pictures. A police officer. A police officer is somebody who catches criminals. These are just some of the jobs that people do.
Now, class, let us discuss what is job. So, job means a position in which one is employed. So, take a look at the picture. This man is working because obviously he's inside the office working on his documents. So, he is employed. He is going to have a salary because he's got a job. Job is a specific piece of work to be done for a set fee, an expensive repair job. Of course, class, when you are working, you are going to get a salary or the money that you get in exchange of the work that you have done. Next, something resulting from or produced by work. Take a look at this picture. This one is an engineer or an architect. So first, he planned and now they construct, and of course, it will be finished by a given period of time. Now, this is also an example of a job. Next, the object to be worked on. So take a look at this picture. These are objects. Of course, you need someone who is a skilled worker to do the task or to do the job. So this is the person who is a plumber who is going to do the job. So class, these are the meanings of job.
In this series, we're going to learn some easy ways to ask and answer common questions in English. It's really useful and it only takes 3 minutes. In this lesson, you're going to learn how to ask what someone's job is in natural English. Of course, you can just say, "What is your job?" This is correct English, but it sounds too direct and awkward. Native English speakers almost never say this in a social situation. Instead, they use a different question. But before we master that, we need to compare it to a very similar question. What are you doing? I'm presenting a video about English. What do you do? I'm an English teacher. Do you see the difference? These two questions, what are you doing? And what do you do? Sound similar, but mean different things. The first one is asking what you are doing right now, this minute. You answer it using an ing verb. What are you doing? I'm reading. I'm watching TV. While the second is actually a shortened version of what do you do for a living? This is how we ask, what is your job? In natural English. Let's practice this question. What do you do? What do you do? When native speakers of English ask this question, it can come out very fast and sound more like, what do you do? In order to tell it apart from, what are you doing? Just listen for the ing sound on the end of the question. If it's not there, then you're being asked what your job is. So how would you answer this question? Just think of it as if the other person is asking you, what is your job? You could answer with, I am, plus your job. I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher. Or, I'm an engineer. If you want to learn more job names, go to EnglishClass101.com and check out the core word lists. These cover job vocabulary and more, and include a picture and audio to help you perfect your pronunciation. You can also mention the place that you work at, starting with, I work at. I work at a hospital. I work at a hospital. I work at a law firm. I work at a law firm. If you work for a big company that is well known, you can say, I work for, and then the name. I work for Microsoft. I work for Microsoft. I work for the New York Times. I work for the New York Times. Now it's time for Alicia's advice. When you ask the question, what do you do? And the other person tells you their job, it's polite to make some kind of positive comment about his or her job. For example, how interesting, or that must be exciting, or even, oh, really? Remember to sound sincere.
Now, class, let us discuss about the different kinds of jobs. What kind of jobs are there? So there are lots of jobs that you can have, but I know of some really special ones. Do you know why they are so special? They are special because they help us. How do they help us? You ask. Well, let's take a look. So look at the picture. This is a nurse. This is a police officer. This is a dentist. This is a clerk or office worker. This is a rubbish man. This is a postman, a vet, and a fireman. So each of them has responsibility that they have to do. And these responsibilities are very special, class, because they have studied about this one. Now, class, talking about the different kinds of jobs, let us discuss now the different types of a job. So the first one is trades. Example of trades: plumber, electrician, carpenter, baker, butcher, bricklayer, blacksmith, roofer, mechanic, draftsperson, and locksmith. So each of these examples are very important types of jobs because they have a specific skill in doing the job. Without a carpenter, we do not have a home. Without an electrician, we don't have electricity. Without plumber, we do not have a sink. Without baker, we don't eat cakes. Without butcher, we don't have meat. And bricklayer as well to build houses. Blacksmith to make swords or knives. Roofer also helps to construct a house. A mechanic to fix a car. A person to make decorations, and also locksmith. So each of them have very important jobs to do. Now, class, the second type of job is professions. So this kind of job is also very special because they have studied this one, and they have studied this one for a long period of time. Example of professions are the following: doctors, lawyer, scientist, dentist, geologist, architect, accountant, actuary, pilot, sea captain, and cosmologist. Of course, class, we all know that doctor is a person who cures. Lawyer is a person who defends. Scientist is a person who study about science. Dentist is a person who help us when we have problems with our teeth. Geologist also studies about science. Architect build buildings. Accountant talks about they studied or their job is about financing. Actuary, pilot, they fly planes. Sea captains, they sail the ships. And of course, cosmologists. So these are kinds of jobs that are called professions, and they have studied this profession for a long period of time. And these jobs are high paying jobs. So the salary that they get is higher than the people who works under the trade type of job. Class, the third type of job is called unskilled. They are the following: farm laborer, assembly line worker, grocery clerk, custodial worker, cleaner, painter, maid, fruit picker, and guard. So class, these are jobs that are called white collar job. So they have work, but they don't really study for a long period of time to be working as a farm laborer or a guard. So the job that they get is also very important because without the farmers, we don't have rice to eat. Without grocery clerk, we do not have someone to help us inside the shopping center or shopping malls. Without the cleaner or the janitor, no one is going to clean for us. Without the painter, the building will look pale. Without maid, no one is going to help us inside the house. Without fruit picker, we do not have fruits to eat. And without guard, we do not have someone to protect us. So they are very important workers as well. So these are the different types of job. Now, class, as a worker, you are called employee. Employee is the person working for an employer. Employer is a person or company that gives salary or wages to people who work for them. So these are employees' benefits. So benefits are not included in the salary, but they are given to people working for a certain person or for a certain company. Example, meal breaks, so they have free food. Social security, when they get sick, they can go to the hospital for free. Perks and bonuses, like for example, gifts, or during Christmas or New Year, you can receive something from the company. Pay raise. If you got promoted from being a teacher to director, then your salary will increase. Employees allowances, like for example, you are a teacher, so the school is paying for your uniform. Achievement award, if you did something great, then you will be awarded. Health insurance, like when we get sick, then we just show the insurance card to the hospital, and then it's free for us. And paid vacation, let's say for example, during the end of the year, like in Saras Hospital before, in 2016, we went to Chiang Mai, and that is free. The school paid for us. So these are example of employees' benefits. So class, I'm sure that this topic is very important for you because you are now in Matthew 5 and 5 years or 6 years from now, you will have your own work. And maybe now you are working, so you already know the meaning of employee benefits. Now, class, I would just like to summarize the topic that we have discussed. So we have discussed about job, occupation, and of course, the different types of job. So when you say job, job is a regular activity that you do, like Miss MJ, I'm a teacher. An occupation or a profession. So when I do my job, I receive money for this job, for this work. So job is a regular noun. It is a noun. So there are three types of jobs that we have discussed: trades, professions, and unskilled. All types of jobs are very important, and they are equally important, class, because they have a specific responsibility that they needed to do. Now, class, for your activity, which is job, all you have to do is job definition match. Match the job title with the definition. So look at the words on the left side and look at the phrases or sentences at the right side, and you are going to match by simply writing the correct letter on the underline in here. Good luck, everyone! Class, we now come to the end of our topic. If you have comments, suggestions, or if you want to ask me something or tell me anything, you are free to call me in my line account, or you can message me in my line account, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I will see you again next week. Take care, stay safe. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much.